there, Stephanie Stevenson here, otherwise known as watercolor artiste in social media circles, and I am the artist of midlifeartist.com, and I'm just doing an impromptu live stream. I'm having a rough Saturday and trying to spend some time in the art studio, Rumble kind of thing, and just not having a good day, I guess. So I'm trying real hard to make it productive, and even that's been a challenge today. So yeah, I'm on the fly doing an impromptu live stream. I need to get more live streaming done for my Rumble channel. So yeah, so I'm also in the midst of. I went too fast on myself, but that's okay. I'm getting my chat overlays updated, so in case people want to join in, but I'm not expecting a lot because I didn't announce this. So yeah, I don't even know if it's working. Oh, you know what? I guess I have to pop out the chats. I forgot about that. Pop out the chat. Anyway, I did I recorded some work on a abstract or an attempt at an abstract. And it's not, I'll have to show it to you. I'm going to post my content about that in a uploaded, pre-recorded video when I get it done. I'm not very good at video editing and all that stuff, so I'm not sure how quickly I'm going to get that pumped out there. But anyway, like I said, I'm just having a rough Saturday. I'm not getting all that much done. I had big plans of getting more stuff done than I'm doing at the moment. So anyway, yeah, if you're on and you're wondering what to watch, you can watch me, you can laugh at me, you can join me. I'm just gonna start working on the painting I started on Wednesday night, and see where I go, because most of it is pretty dry, so I can paint on it. I don't even have my palette ready to go. So yeah, fun times, but that's okay. I'm going to keep going here. Let's see. Trying to see if I've got everything going. Activate source. Okay. What am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. Just trying to do an overlay. I'm going to do a test thing. This is not planned. Like I said, impromptu, not planned. Trigger a fake test message. Hey, there goes. It's on there. Yeah. And then if I do, I don't have that. And let's see. Does that work? It does. Okay. All right. I guess I'm hooked in. I got at least YouTube. I don't know why my Rumble isn't going. So I'm going to reload and see if that does it. And then it is too big. Test message. Well, in any case, I'm just going to keep that up there. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started on my palette. Let's see. Maybe the 2-view live stream. So this is my painting. I'm going to work on it right now. I need my my paints, and I need to put my picture up. So what do I need? I need some brights. I need that. We'll do that. We'll do this. What I'm doing is I'm picking my colors. I've got yellows and reds because I need to make oranges. And then I need to make some dark. I probably need my Prussian blue. Do I have Prussian blue? Got phthalo turquoise. I might use that. I went to Hobby Lobby this morning, and yikes, I just hurt myself. I don't know how or why, but anyway, I went because I wanted to get more of the burnt umber because I use that an awful lot apparently. And they had absolutely zero oil paints out for sale, like none. And I'm like, okay, how am I going to paint if I don't have, there's my Prussian blue. If there's no oil paints, and it's the only gig in town essentially. So I'm a little peeved about that. Trans yellow oxide, maybe that's what I need instead of yellow ochre. And then I got dark skies. Make this smaller. There we go. Dark, cloudy evening time clouds. So I need to make sure Mars black, burnt sienna, cadmium red light. That's probably what I need. I've got a lot of Payne's gray. Raw umber. Wait. Oh no, that's burnt umber. All right, well, okay. Well, I got a lot of colors out, but am I going to use them all? I'm not sure. So let's see. I'm going to, maybe what I'm going to do is maybe I'll do the darks first, and then we'll work on the lights, the fiery skies. So let's see. We're going to have white, and and today is my brother's birthday. My brother and I are not close. I wouldn't consider us close. We're two very different people. So it's his birthday today. So, and I doubt he's watching, but if he is, happy birthday, Dave. I hope you have a good day. I really do. So, yeah, I had a nice phone call. Well, I had a phone call with my oldest son this morning. And again, if you watched Wednesday night, then you know that my adult sons suffered a loss this past, not this weekend, but the weekend before on 4th of July. Their paternal grandmother passed away. And so they're dealing with that. And so I had a conversation with him. And while I say it's nice, I mean, it's always nice to talk to my kids. But the subject matter was a little dour, obviously. So him and his father and his grandfather have a lot to handle. Family dynamics withstanding. And that's all I can say about that. So yeah, I'm supposed to go up north in early September to visit, whether it's part of a work trip or not. So I'm thinking that what I'll do is spend some money and have my personal vehicle looked at and made roadworthy, so that that I can use it instead of a rental. I usually use a rental for my trips up there because it's just more reliable. But with what I hear about new vehicles lately, and all rentals tend to be within a year or two new, from what's been my experience. And I don't know if they're all that reliable anymore, to tell you the truth. So I'm not sure. I'm trying to get a color for these dark nighttime clouds that are on each side of. I do need to get. I do need to mute this down a little bit. But anyways, I usually use a rental vehicle to drive because I'm driving from Northwest Georgia all the way up to New England over a period of 2 days in the one way. And so, it's a lot of road travel. And I even started this live stream without my stuff. So, yikes, I'm really just I'm not with it today. So, if I'm talking I'm disjointed and whatever, that's because I am. So, it is what it is. And I'm trying to open my Galkid. Oh, come on now. Galkid is a fast drying medium for oil. And I can't get it open. I may have to. There we go. All right. But yeah, I'm supposed to be going up in early September so that I can meet my new grandson and see my firstborn grandson, because they're my grandkids, and well, I'm not going to get to see them often given how far away I live. So, and now that certain things have transpired, I had hoped that my oldest son would eventually make his way down here to live down here closer to me. But I'm getting the impression that that's probably not going to happen now. And so I need to try to find a way to save up money every year to at least go up maybe once a year, ideally twice a year, so I can at least have my grandsons know who I am. You know what I mean? So my Saturday started off a little unexpected for me. But anywho, I got a nice, I think this is a good color. I don't think I made enough, so I'm going to go ahead and make a little bit more, because this is a good color, I think. It's a darker medium color, and I am going to be painting over the darker tonal values of the underpainting here that I did on Wednesday night. All right, use this brush. See if I can't get some of this painted on. And so this is more of a darker tonality than a lighter one. This image I'm trying to do, and it's looking like it's pretty bright, but it's actually just putting color on a monochromatic underpainting. So, and this, I'm going to go lighter on this. Again, this is night sky, stormy clouds kind of thing. So, so that's what I'm attempting to. I've never done this kind of night sky with all these stormy clouds against a fire coming down from heaven kind of thing. I've never painted something like this. So I'm not in my element, and I'm not going to worry about it, because in the end, I'm just getting onto the underpainting. And the underpainting is such that, let me see. I'm going to get the darkest darks in shortly, but this medium tone is going to be what I work from in order to manifest storm clouds in nighttime, that there's probably background, not rendered, but background lightning because it's storm clouds, but the fire raining down from heaven is obviously what's catching a lot of attention here. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is I am trying to get color introduced to this monochromatic, because that's where I'm going with it. So it's going to be a little wild for a little bit. If you're watching, you want to say hi, be great if I can determine if my chat's working or not. And this is oil, if you're wondering. I gotta be careful not to wipe my nose. I got itchy nose. But yeah, this is definitely oil, and so I'm going to have the ability to blend and darken and lighten without problem here. So, you know, on the I'm looking at it on the camera angle on my computer screen, and it looks a little wild, more wild than what I'm seeing in person. Because this blue, dark blue that I'm putting down looks brighter on the camera, on the camcorder, than it does in real life here, and that's okay. So I'm going to all right, yeah, all right. Yeah, I definitely need to get more burnt umber. I use it all the time. So I definitely need to get more of that. I need more Prussian. Oh no, I got plenty of Prussian blue. So yeah, I'm making a very dark, almost black blue to get those darker clouds. And then I'm going to come in with a much lighter blue to capture the edges of the clouds that are exposed to some sort of light source, whether it be lightning or what have you. So let's see. see. Says I only have YouTube chat going. I don't know why it would say that. Okay, well, that's all right. Okay. Yeah, I am trying to get this to work right. Pop out. All right, well, whatever. I tried. I'm not going to worry about it. Not going to worry about it. I was hoping that I would have. Oh, I need my picture. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to get this going. Get both sides of this. Hoping to talk to my youngest son today, maybe. Um, if he's not too busy, although I imagine he is, because he was moving into a new apartment on Wednesday evening. So, oh my goodness, my nose is itching up a storm. Someone must be thinking about me. At least that's what my mom always said when I was growing up. I said my nose is itching. She said someone's coming down with a hole in the britches. But then she'd also say somebody's thinking of you, and I'm like, nuh-uh. She's like, I am. You can always count on a mom to think about you. I know that my mom's always thinking about me. I think about my mom a lot. She's up living with my brother up in Virginia, and I know she and I both want her to be able to come down here and live closer to me, but we're struggling to figure out a way to make that happen. Be nice if I can sell some of my artwork for that purpose. Make an additional income off of my artwork so I can maybe afford to relocate her down here to me. But it is what it is at the moment. And if you hear what I'm doing, this is called scumbling. So if you've not seen me paint before, if you're new or whatever, then scumbling is a way to hold the brush and paint on the canvas. And it makes a lot of noise because you're using the side of the brush, not the edges of the bristles. And you're making a lot of noise on that canvas. So, like I said, I'm getting this medium dark tonality down. And then I'm going to come in with the dark. And then I'm going to come in with the lighter version of these clouds. And then see how it goes from there. So, let's see here. Over here, it's very dark. Okay, so that's coming across as really dark. I'm using, again, Galkid, which is a fast-drying medium. Let's see here. Trying not to get paint on my face. It would be one of those situations where, you know, you're painting with oil paints and your nose starts to itch, you scratch your nose, and little did you know, you had paint on your fingers. So. I got a lot of glare, so I'm tilting my head to see. Tilting my head to see what I'm doing here. So what I'm doing is getting this darker color blocked in. So if you're online and you're watching, drop a hello in. I'd appreciate it. And if you're not watching, that's okay too. That's starting to look more like fire, isn't it? So I'm trying to get more work done on my paintings, on our artwork in general. It would have been nice to have been at the Dalton Farmers Market today instead of home, but I can't go somewhere where there's going to be thunderstorms and stuff and my artwork in a tent. So unfortunately, I'm not there to sell prints or paint or so. So what is this painting? Well, this painting is essentially a rendering of what it might have looked like if you were standing watching Elijah challenge the over 400 prophets of Baal. If you know that story at all, Elijah was, he felt he was the only prophet of God around. He wasn't. God told him so later, but he was scared to death of Jezebel, but he got he challenged the prophets of Baal to see which God was more powerful and real. And so, and of course, the God of the Bible prevailed. And this is a rendering of the God of the Bible consuming not only the sacrifice on the altar, but the water that was placed all around it. So there we go. So I'm getting a rendering of a column of fire coming down from heaven on this. And this is going to be very simple. This is a simple composition. What's going to be challenging is making sure that it's rendered well. In terms of tonal values. So down here is Elijah, and he's in stark contrast to the fire from heaven coming down. And over here will be indications of the prophets of Baal watching this happen. And how their God was probably too busy and a bathroom break, as the original text seems to indicate to some scholars, that Elijah taunted them. So yeah, I'm trying to see if reload. All right. So yeah. I think that's coming out pretty good considering. I get this cleaned up a little bit. I bought new palette knives, but I didn't break open the. I should. There we go. All right. Let's see, I need to get some of this picked up because I can't have it mixing with another color set. It'll just get muddy. There we go. I think what I'm going to do is try to mix in a little bit of I don't have any problem with painting with my fingers. To get a nice blended effect. I'll have to come back in with a little bit more brights. Yeah, just blending some of the edges of this without getting some of the brightest brights. Looking a little wonky, isn't it? Okay, I'll keep working it. There's a little bit of that going on this side too. And some body type movement here. Of course, it's hard to see because of the glare, but All right. I got such color on my fingers. Probably need to get that rinsed off. Let's see here. We'll get the white. Yeah. I'll have to come back in with a few more darks and reestablish because I think I'm a little too bright on some of it. All right, let's see here. Nope. May have to come back later with that. All right, let's see here. So yeah, I'll let that dry a little bit. I'm gonna come in with some of the. Need to make some orange. So we'll do a little bit of that cadmium yellow lemon and cadmium red light. Forget that the cadmium red light. So the oil in it is a little much. It doesn't mix as well. Such a strong color too. So yeah, I'm getting an orange, very light orange, to start getting on the canvas here. I'm going to add a little bit of white to that to brighten it up. It'll be nice to get some color on this. Let's see here. Gonna use a round to do this one. So yeah, I'm using a round to get some orange mixed up in here. Gotta be careful not to mix it in with my wet colors that I just put down for the skies. Don't want that to happen. I'm mixing some white, titanium white in here. So it's really a yellow, but a brightened yellow, the brightest part of the fiery pillar coming out of the sky. So yeah. Trying to get some of this gal kid to work with it. Yeah, it's the underpainting was done with a yellow ochre and burnt umber underpainting, different tonalities there. And now I'm coming in, now that it's dry, and I'm coming in with color that will start to define what we're looking at here. Scumbling really helps with this kind of thing because you're not really putting paint strokes down so much as you're kind of, well, you're trying to do a, but in essence is fire, and sometimes that doesn't come across with paint strokes. So and what I'm going to do is come back in and get more orange in there on the more orangey areas of the pillar of fire coming down from the heavens. So yeah, imagine being there. Can you imagine? I mean, it's that's what I'm trying to render is what it might look like if you had been there. You know what I mean? And how awesome, the awesomeness of God in this story. Right now, there's a lot of yellowy orange that I'm going to try to temper with real orange and then reds. So yeah, that's the plan. Let's see. I have a, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, once this is maybe a little tacky dry, I'm going to come back in with some darks that make more sense because right now that's too bright. Over here, I think is right. Of course, you can't see it too well because of the glare of my light. Can't fix that right now without adjusting everything else like my cameras and stuff. So I'll just have to do a palette cam here shortly. A palette cam view. Yeah, this is coming out okay, I think. Again, I've never done a night sky with pillar of fire coming out of it before, so that's going to be a little new. Uh, Let's see how that would look with that. I wonder. Huh. I'm gonna check my chat windows because I don't know if my chat feature is working or not. Nope. Nope. That's okay. It's all right. I really want this to come across as like, holy Toledo. I don't want to be anywhere close to that. You know, I want it to really register that this is not someplace you would want to be. Yep. Nothing like a sharp contrast of lights to darks and things like that. Yep, this is a little bit of a challenge, I have to say. I wonder if yellow medium would work better than yellow cadmium lemon. Let's see if that would work better to give me the orange I kind of need. I think the cadmium lemon might be a little too bright. Let's see what happens when I do that. With the paint already wet, it's easy to scumble and get this blending so that I'm not having to mix it on the palette so much as I'm mixing it on the canvas. Of course, over here it seems too. I'll have to come back in with ink. I wonder what the yellow trans oxide would do. Sometimes, oh man, I did this too tight. Sometimes I put these tubes on, the caps, too tight on the paint tubes, and then you can't get the top off. I gotta be careful not to do that. Just gonna see what that does. Let's see what that does. I think the cadmium yellow, the trans yellow oxide might be a good way to go for the edges of the fire here, where it meets up with the burning smoke against the night sky. Across green though, I don't know if I like that. Maybe because I'm painting in wet areas of the sky that I started off with. Now let's see here. I am going to take palette cam down for a second so y'all can see this up close. Hopefully this doesn't screw up. Okay. So let me turn it on palette cam. You can see. I'm gonna turn off that chat there, because no one's chatting at the moment anyway. You see how it doesn't necessarily register the same. Hold on. See, that's entirely too bright there. And there's definitely not enough orange. I started to get some orange up in here. This side's doing a little better, but all this needs to somehow get blended. I'm not sure how to do that. Yep. But I'm doing an amalgamation of these two images, taking the sky and the pillar here, and then I'm taking the ground here. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Maybe I just need to be more patient. I need for all this to blend so these are not pointy on the edges here. All these tendrils. It needs to be more pillar-like instead of branch-like. So I see what I'm doing here. All right. Try not to get too much paint on my palette cam camera. There we go. There we go. So yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I do that. I might have to get my husband to do a palette color check on some of the edges of this fire column using his Adobe Photoshop. He does a little dropper and it tells him what color they are. Because I'm thinking that's probably what I need to do, is not have such a pointiness to it. But I'm afraid I'm going to get too much green, and that's not what I want because this is not green. So I may have to wait on that one. And then down here is a reflection of that fire. So what I want to do is kind of get So yeah, essentially the majority of this composition is sky, fire, and then ground. And it's actually quite challenging to try to get that kind of figured out. I'm trying to get the lightest values figured out. But yeah, if I'm not careful, I'll start to smudge some of these colors. So I may have to wait. Maybe I need to pick a new thing to do for the time being. Let that sit. I picked up some mats and frames for my watercolors that I've done recently, or at least one of them, my butterfly. And then I have my Christmas one that I'm only pinned to my inspiration board, but I never got it matted and framed, so I'm wondering if I should work on that next or start. Oh, let me show you what I did for a for an abstract today in acrylic. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm gonna go to full palette cam so you can see this. Hold on a second. I'm not an abstract artist, so don't laugh too hard, okay? Because it's weird, and I can't help myself but try to paint something relatable. So I see something in it, but I don't know if you will. So if you're there and you're in the chat or whatever, that's my abstract I did earlier today in acrylic. Just so you know how big this is. This is a little bit more than 12 inches by 11 inches. So this is 11 by 14. Yeah, 11 by 14. But yeah, I don't know what that is. But if you guys have an idea of what you think it is, let me know. But yeah. So yeah, I started off with color, and then I did some stencil, but then I wanted to draw some shapes, and then I wanted to push some darks in, pull some lights out. It looks like a top, doesn't it? Like, it's spinning. I don't know. But all right then, this is my attempt at an abstract. I feel like a dork, but excuse me. I eventually want to get to an abstract that I feel proud of, and I don't know if I will or not, because I can't seem to do abstract. So that's that one. I did another abstract before that to warm up, and it's even worse. So I'm going to show it to you. Embarrass myself thoroughly today. How did I do this one? Okay, so this is what it looks like. So this is my first abstract, and it's actually painted over because this was original paint underneath, and I painted over the edges, so you can see some of that underpainting coming through. But so yeah, this is my first abstract this morning to warm me up, and then I did that other one. And of course, I don't think they're any good because I don't know what good abstract art is. I've been watching Chris Loud on YouTube, and I don't know if I'm getting what he's putting down. I'm not sure if I'm picking up what he's putting down, but I'm trying. I figure if I'll get there or I won't, one way or another. So, but in any case, that's what I'm doing with that. Let's see here, just making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I'm gonna put that other picture down. But yeah, so I got some weird abstracts going. I keep putting them up on my bookshelves because I'm running out of space. I show you this is my most recent completed oil painting of my grandson here. It's a 20 by 20 inch square canvas, and I've been painting the edges. I got the bottom one to do, but I got the edges in a nice pale yellow. I gotta let them dry so I can then do the bottom edge. But this is my grandson who just turned 1, July 3rd. So so yeah, that is, ooh, okay then. So I'm letting that dry. This is the painting I did for the 4th of July. I call this one America the Beautiful. And I got a frame for it that I would like to see if I can't get it to situate in. It's a a nice raw lumber kind of frame. So I'm going to put that in place, but I think what I want to do with it is get it scanned first, along with the portrait of my grandson, and get it scanned into a nice high definition digital file format. But yeah, so I got a nice frame for that. So, so yeah, I think I'm gonna have to try something new. What do you guys think? Maybe I need to do a new painting. I keep doing all kinds of new paintings. Maybe that's what I need to be doing. You know, I've got to get my palette back. Because I've got another, need to get another canvas going, it looks like. Maybe I should do some more, try to make some more abstract art. I don't know. Maybe I should give up for the day. Go take a nap. Am I showing my age? I don't know. But anyway, I meant to do this as a Rumble Premium because I have to do that for my Rumble Creator Program requirements, but I keep forgetting to do that. Maybe at least at this point I should do a raid of another live stream, but I don't know what live stream to raid. You know, maybe I should just give it a good old college try. I don't know. I have no idea how long I've been going. Oh, I've gone over an hour. Wow, okay. So let's see what we got going on. I hope you guys have a good Saturday and a good weekend. Like I said, I was having a rough spell today. I haven't been in a very good mood. I'm trying to do all kinds of artwork. I'm trying to do more digital content, and I'm just not doing well today. I don't know what it is. So, I don't know. Oh, by the way, I noticed that Hafthor Bjornsson now has a Rumble channel. He at the time I clicked on it, he had only 18 followers, so I became 19, I think. Maybe that's what I ought to do, is go to his live stream. Yeah, let's go to Hafthor Bjornsson live stream. Let's go raid him. I say we raid him. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna raid him because that's cool that he's on Rumble. Let's see if that works. Yes, let's confirm that. So thank you for joining me today. Sorry I'm not in the best of moods. And enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'll catch you on the other side. So, yay, we rated his stream. Howdy. All right, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to stop streaming.